operation is a mixed farming operation with grain, cattle, and a small oil field services company that we run in the wintertime. We grow wheat, canola, rye, and peas on 6,500 acres and run about 100 cow-calf pairs.
Farmed my whole life. We started on this farm in '69 when Barb and I got married, and now Paul has joined us when he got out of school, and his son Mitchell has joined us in the last 2 years. So succession planning is important to me, that the farm can carry on, and Kelvin has helped show us the way to do that.
I'm Mitch, and I've been helping out on the farm for, well, since I could walk pretty well. In 2013, I attended Olds College to help further my agriculture, knowledge in 2013 there for 2 years, and I graduated with a diploma in ag management production major. And I bought Grandpa out 2 years ago. We started the succession plan with Kelvin. So far, it's hard to understand at the beginning, but he helped us through it, and they're starting to understand it now, and things are going smooth.
Wheatland Accounting is providing us with a full meal deal of both corporate accounting and personal tax. They do it all right from start to finish. Just literally hand them the bills and they get it done for us. The passion that I find in farming is a little saying I read somewhere or learned is if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and that's the passion I like about farming.
Farmed with my dad and my brothers, and I wanted to see the farming thing carried on. It's nothing more gratifying to me than to see being able to pass this along and a way to do it. This land has gotten so expensive now that there wasn't a pathway to pass this through succession. I didn't really know how to do it until we got talking to Wheatland Accounting.
Yeah, I like the farming thing just with, it's something you keep busy at, but it doesn't feel like a job, and you go out and work real hard, and some days maybe want to quit, but you just keep working at it and see the farm grow. In the end, it seems like it's a good lifestyle.
We're David and Shelley Slykhuis, Hilltop Cattle Company, and we have used Wheatland Accounting for
since the late 80s.
We started with Wheatland Accounting. We were on the dairy cost of production study, and so Kelvin would come out once every 3 months?
4 months.
Every 4 months, and take all our data into the system to bring up to date for the cost of production.
While he was here, he started noticing that some of our bookkeeping could have been, changed to a point, and so he started giving suggestions. So he became our accountant then. And with his knowledge and being that he's been part of for a few years of doing the cost production, we end up, he told us when to incorporate at a good time, and then through that we got into making a trust account. Just as our business grew, and our children, we have 6 children, as it grew, and then just recently he and I have worked through the succession plan, because our youngest son is now part of the farm. He's worked his way into it. So with 6 children and 1 farming, it's okay, how are we going to make this work for the next generation? David is the 3rd generation on this farm, and Brody will be the 4th.
Over the years, I think the biggest thing that drew us to Wheatland Accounting was Kelvin's integrity.
He was very gentle to talk to, very friendly, and with that we really took his advice.
And if there was a time when he thought that perhaps we were trying to bend the rules a little bit, he would not accept anything of that nature. And I think that's been to our benefit, because knock on wood, but to this point we've never been audited by Canada Revenue
Yeah.
Agency. And I think it's because of Calvin's integrity that I think they realize that.
What's really nice is when we first started with Calvin, it was just himself and, you know, one or two. Now he's got a team in there, and when you go in there, they just make you feel like part of the family, and we feel like they're part of our family because when I phone whoever about a problem, they're able to work together as a team. And it's nice when you phone and you don't get a recording. Usually, you know, you get a receptionist and they're quick to answer and quick to send you information, and they're very patient with us, being that we're not technical geniuses when it comes to emailing and things like that. They really do work with us to give us the best and as quick as we can answers.
Well, just recently we had a letter for feedback from our taxes that we'd submitted that we were owing a way larger amount than we anticipated. Shelley emailed Calvin and he was on it like that. I think the next day he was back to us and had figured out where the miscommunication was, where we really didn't owe that large bill, and that was really nice that we had such a quick response to the situation.
And I think it's been, what, 3 years now, or 2 or 3 years that he's now has a package deal where you can pay for the whole year and you have certain things. So I don't feel as guilty or it's going to cost me just to make that email for him to check something out, because that's part of what he's doing. So it's kind of like, you know what you're going to pay for your accountant fees for the year. If you do something extra, he lets you know, but that just makes sense. But it's kind of nice you have you have that backup for a concern that came, like I say, with the Revenue Canada, you know, recently.
So just specific to succession planning, we recently, in the last 18 months, my mother and father, Doug and Joan Beach, have retired from actively farming. Dad still comes out and is happy to operate equipment, but that whole process was planned well in advance, probably starting 6 to 7 years ago. And so it was really nice to have Wheatland Accounting help us through all the stages of the plan and the execution of that plan for all parties involved, including myself and Lynn. We feel that it was a good experience, and it's provided us with a lot of understanding, even how we can introduce Lane and his hopes and dreams that he has, so that when that time comes, that for Lynn and I, that we can further, you know, from the experiences we've gained through what we've just completed, that his introduction to the farm in more of an ownership role, that again, Wheatland Accounting, we will be looking to them for that advice and expertise.